nonetheless, they climb themselves up here and defeated Execration. Let's see who will take this series.
Prepare for battle.
I'll ask you again. Any predictions?
I'm thinking Boom. I like Boom Esports' draft. I mean, yeah, they have the saves, they have the strong supports and stuff, but especially with boosting up the gyrocopter, and then they also have themselves another catch that being lasso too. I do like that. I feel like they can execute well on Boom Esports. So I'm going Boom. I like the draft.
I quite like Batrider as a hero in general. Like, it's another one of those supports that's just good at all stages of the game, right? And it has the added benefit that not a lot of supports have. Very nice spotting out of this Observer Ward as well. It's something that Boom have played around a fair amount previously, so they know that it's a real hotspot for them to be able to try and find, and well, they do indeed, using their high ground ward to the benefit of dewarding as well. And I think that's what's being pinged out right now, just saying, hey, the only reason they're doing that is because they had vision to be able to get rid of it. It's nighttime. They shouldn't be able to see that far.
The battle begins.
Here we go, the runes will spawn.
Castaway might be in a bit of trouble.
We might be. They don't have themselves a blood grenade to slow down the Lich. Oh, but they do have themselves a Whirling Death. Within the midst of several trees there, did quite a lot of damage to the Lich, and with that, first blood to FBZ.
Nice way to begin. But he already had some stuff coming out to him. Completed braces now, plus a magic stick. So always going to be very nice against a Lich who needs to be pretty consistent with his spamming in the lane.
That was 151 pure damage he dealt. Wearing Death, level 1.
Just looking at the enemy cores, I mean, whenever you're going up against a Timber Sword, your big timing is BKB, just because it pretty much feels ineffective once you've picked it up, right, for those precious 9 seconds. So when you think of DK, Doom, Ember Spirit, all BKB builders. So I'm really looking to have that one have a huge impact for them this game. Honestly, every single hero on the Boom side, outside of the Gyrocopter, will be worthless for those 9 seconds. So it's really just going to be around how well do they execute that first BKB timing that they have on either on 1 or 2 heroes.
I wonder if Castaway is going to be able to push away this Timbersaw. I mean, he's great at punishing other position 3s, but when I think of Timbersaw, I'm thinking, oh, he's someone who most always wins his lane, someone who's always going to apply pressure at level 6, and especially when you're up against a hero like Dragon Knight, who's he's got a strength attribute, and you've got the Whirling Death. It does seem a little bit difficult on how Dragon Knight's going to be able to prevail on this lane. He may just have to rotate jungle.
Yeah, maybe. I think the DK is going to be okay. The main concern that I have, which Lich does make it slightly more okay, is that this is a lineup that can absolutely dive underneath the tower, right? Like, if the lane ever pushes forward from Boom, then you're probably just going to pop an offensive glyph. You don't need to right-click people at all. Just let the Firefly, the Flame Break, the Sticky Napalm, and all of the Timbersaw's spells do the damage that you need without actually drawing aggro from the tower.
How are things looking top? Not really much going on top other than Genuel throwing that level 2 ignite every now and again. Kishka's not having a lot of fun. Has to commit that healing salve here on the top lane. The wave is pushed in though, so GG doing fine, just farming up, getting the net worth, no problem, no biggie for him.
He'll build up some stacks on Kishka, so it's not the worst for him to back off, not steal a bunch of that XP from the Doom, because as we mentioned before, his role is pretty key in the outcome of this game, right? Like, he would love to have 3 Dooms just because of how impactful this Earth Spirit's going to be, how impactful it's going to be just to stop the Timbersaw doing whatever he wants, and then late game, the thing that's going to stop the Gyrocopter from just standing and popping Satanic. JG got lucky enough to get a mana burn creep as well, so there's not too much that Zhao can do other than just waddle his way back to maybe the base. Maybe he wants to try and claim a water rune for himself. He's going to run into Kishka.
Mac
Battle
would
the supports.
definitely like a water rune.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and a disruption setting up for a kill here. Searing Chains, level 2. That should be enough. Sleight of Fist. Not enough mana, but still able to get the physical attack, and there we go. And the
Oh, Mac
water
got
rune
both.
pinched there by Mac. Oh, he kicks him back. Wonderboy doesn't have himself
nothing.
any mana here at all. Rolling Boulder, it's come off cooldown. There's the Flame Break. Rolling Boulder, it connects. A lovely rotation there from Tims, and a nice pinch there from Mac, taking that water rune.
Just one of the added benefits of getting that first blood for the Timbersaw, right? He has those early couple of extra items. He's got the Healing Lotus as well. Pretty healthy magic wand to be able to play around with. Sure, they get the pull off, but it was much more important to be able to get that kill onto the Ember Spirit to stop him from having such a good time against Mac in this mid lane. Now it really becomes a battle of who's going to hit their level 6 first. The Magnetize is going to be incredibly impactful into Wonderboy if he doesn't have Flame Remnant to be able to play around.
Oh, nice little kick there, Mac.
Body block.
Damage there.
Puts him slightly ahead on experience as well on Wonderboy. So I'm really expecting to see a lot more plays around this mid lane once it gets to that stage.
Kishka's hanging around at the side.
Wonder if Wonderboy is actually saying, bro, don't do that. I need my level 6. Like, he's legitimately one creep away, so you'd hate to have a Shadow Demon just leeching that important experience, and because of that, Mac's now level 6. So do they look to try and make something happen? Both level 6 now, so don't think it's really harmed anything.
Oh, I'm going to attempt to go for Mac. No rotations yet. He's committed the Magnetize. Here comes a rotation now. As the wand. It's rolling Boulder away. That's quite a bit of damage there with that Magnetize. Got to be careful with the Shadow Poison, though. It is going to take 288 damage. Wonderboy's still okay.
Walks
got
into the
himself a
sentry
wand.
range.
13 charges, 14 charges.
Be very careful there, and with this, Chidori, he's left on his own. Look at this big rotation on the bottom side of the map. All 3 cores committing just to
Lovely.
try and take down this DK. Perfect timing of it too, with the siege creep wave being here as well. So that tower's going to go down a whole lot more quickly. Nice move coming through from Boom.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I thought Mac was going to stay around in the mid lane and try and look to get a pick off on some of the low supports, but took the opportunity, knowing that the DK was on his own, and they get that kill and a tower. And that is a lot of stacks. Cast away. Whoa. That's going to be lovely for Wonderboy. Bombs that. Actually, it's around about 500 gold, that stack.
You would assume so. Doesn't exactly have the greatest spells to be able to steal it, though, at this point.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like, if he had a mail strip, sure, but I think he's only just got his phase boots coming out to him at this stage. No flame guard either.
No flame guard, yeah. The next item, blade mail for Mac. I like the blade mail.
Yeah, lots of unavoidable damage for sure. The only thing Castaway needs to be a little mindful of is just leading them into all of these stacks.
Yeah,
Doesn't want to give them
FBZ's
away.
just got a free kill. Well, maybe perhaps they can get more.
Her spirit's coming.
Easy. Tempted to try and get this DK. They find him with that boulder smash, and away goes Wonderboy. Not able to find a kill there, so they take down this bottom lane. And oh my gosh, this rotation from Mac there with the TP. Wanted to try and get that illusion rune, but Kishka was hanging around there, so didn't want to go too far.
Nice attempt. Bottom lane, Castaway just trying to keep this freaking Timbersaw away from his towers. Looking to take all of that net worth that he can, but Chidori, much more important for him to be able to claim it And with that DK, I mean, this was a first pick DK, and it's been punished. You know, all of that damage coming through from the Timbersaw, the damage from the Batrider as well. It's only just going to increase further and further as this goes on. Remember, though, it's about the BKB timings for the Mongolz. That's the big thing that I'm looking for. It's still going to be quite some time until they get to that point, though. Especially if Chidori keeps missing easy last hits, but he's on his way to be able to take these stacks. So this should give him a huge boon towards recovering some of this net worth deficit.
Let's just see how much his net worth goes up. At the moment, it's 3,400. Well, meanwhile, yeah, he's being kicked back into the tower. Disruption is there. Will it be enough to save him? No, but Doom rotating in and placing the Doom upon the Earth Spirit. He will fall. Yeah, going to die there from the Doom. So at least they get the return kill.
Wonderboy using every last bit of his mana to be able to get in there, deal the damage, and then dodge all of the Timbersaw's volley of spells. So nicely done by him. I'm seeing more stacks being built up here as well. JG, he's just using the tornadoes to be able to deal this damage. He took the small Wild Wing Ripper. Hold on. They're on division right now. Both teams know about this, so this is the next spot for the look engagement. Look at the minimap. Everyone's converging on these 50 million neutral creeps.
Oh yeah, Tim's is going for it with the Firefly. Here comes Jackie as well. In comes Mac, the rolling boulder. Tempted to try and get Castaway here. He doesn't have himself level 6, so can't turn it back around with the Chain Frost.
I mean, I was talking about who's... Oh, hold on, I hear a...
Last note on Wonderboy, along with a Fire Blast there too, and the nuke damage from FBZ. Gets the kill on Wonderboy, and the Flat Cannon doing what they've stolen. This Ancient stack as now they go for Kishka, slowed down there by the Boulder Smash. Is actually going to be able to escape, and they'll turn their attention to Castaway instead. He is going to retreat underneath this tier 2 with the magic one. Still okay. FBZ getting lower and lower. Needs to Timber Chain away. Will he survive? He's on 20 HP. No, will fall by the hands of GG.
But they claim the big prize.
Yeah, they do. They've got themselves an Ogre Magi maybe as well. Coming in with the Syrian Chains, blocking him off. Go attempt to run into the river. There's a Remnant, Sleight of Fist, claiming the life of the Ogre.
This is what I was worried about when I saw all these stacks being built up. Like, who's actually going to claim them? Especially if they get any small glimpse that they've been started to be built up, right? Like, Wonderboy, he doesn't have any ability to be able to do it. No Flame Guard, excuse me. Sleight of Fist, only now maxed out. Double hit, it's nice, but when you compare it to Flat Cannon and Timbersaw, they can absolutely look to take him quickly. Top lane, he might be in trouble. Doom is off cooldown.
The Doom applied. Demonic Purge 2. Easy kill onto the Gyrocopter. Boy, dodging the Boulder Smash, that was kind of cool.
Doing a good job on his own to be able to protect these power runes for himself. So now he's got an Arcane rune to be able to play around with. And I like the pickup of the Mage Slayer that he's going for. Gonna act like a pseudo BKB, let's say, for his entire team, not just himself. A lot of the damage coming through from the Boom side, of course, is magical or pure. So Mage Slayer going to go a long way towards protecting them from that. Just see how much more confident Jackie is now that the Doom is off cooldown. Sure, it killed him once, but he's generally okay with how things are turning out. JG's having a great game. Midas coming out on the courier for himself.
Chidori's recovering too. I mean, slowly but surely. Mask of Madness already got the armlet, and then we'll see some escalation. Increase in his net worth.
Love the Blink Dagger from FPZ as well. Just find the backline. That's his job. Blow up the Shadow Demon or Lich. Make the fight easier for the rest of your team.
Still not looking for a fight at the moment, just trying to control some resources. Tim's Actually could get a lasso. Never mind. The Flame Break did not connect onto the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, nice little juke there by Kishka.
Is under attack.
Does he have a sentry ward here on Kishka?
They're going to go for a kill here onto the Doom. That's a lot of damage. With the cooldown there and the Rocket Barrage, it was the Rocket Barrage that dealt so much damage, but in return, they will find the Ogre Magi. But nonetheless, a nice trade there for Boom Esports.
Yeah, very happy to be able to pick that one up, right? Core for support, and a bunch of TPs being used up towards the top side of the map. So Jackie needs to be a little careful here with how...
Wonderboy kicked right into a lasso. The silence there too. It could be enough to get Wonderboy. He's going to try and use the slight fist
they got a fresh
and the remnant to
magnetize.
get away. Oh, the magnetize. Will it be enough to take him out? No, he's able to dodge it all with the sleight of
Nicely
fist and the remnant charges.
Mm-hmm. Just using any of that invulnerability time to his advantage, and did a fantastic job at it. You can't be affording to give up too many more of these deaths,
Tower is under
as he
attack.
does have the Mage Slayer finished up for himself at least. That's going to go a long way towards enabling the Mongols to really get out on the map and take these fights a whole lot more confidently. We haven't seen a Chain Frost just yet,
No.
so that's going to go a bit of a way towards helping the rest of the team.
Castaway's going to blink here too. 2-2.
Probably Agshot first, I would say. It's just incredibly good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Enables you to find rotations with just your Shadow Demon and still secure kills on
Scanning.
anyone that doesn't have movement, so you would have to say
Yeah.
Gyrocopter is probably the one that we're talking about here.
Yeah, I agree, especially with the fact that it's cheaper as well.
Mm-hmm. Might be using JG as a debate here in the lane. Castaway hiding in the tree line.
Yeah, here comes the cooldown again. That does do quite a bit to JG. Rotations coming in though from the rest of Mongolz. Here we go. Oh, Doom getting lower and lower, but they turn it back around with the Dragon Tail there on Januel. Has he survived? The Doom placed also onto the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit possibly dead. There he goes. He shall fall. An Ogre getting super low here too. But they got themselves a lasso on Wonderboy.
Oh!
As they got Januel. FBZ, he's still alive. He's going to Timber Chain away. It will be a 2-for-1. Everyone just so low here, apart from the Gyro.
Dire's middle tower is
Just
under
disrupted there. Very nicely done by Kishka in order to stop the output from the Gyrocopter.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure what Chidori was doing there, standing next to 3 trees against a Timber Saw that they were doing a pretty good job of controlling up until that point. I mean, he was in Elder Dragon form. He could have that extra range to be able to potentially kill him, maybe thinking that he would have died within the duration of the chain stuns that they were putting it onto him, but clearly not.
Still got a tier 1 tower to take on either side, and Boom Esports looking to try and apply pressure here already. Chijori's just TP'd in, and he's going to be jumped on again. Here comes the cooldown along with the Rocket Barrage as well. Look at that nuke damage. It's just too much as now. Rolling Boulder straight into the Ember Spirit, silencing him up too, as they will attempt to take down this tier 1 tower. Now FBZ blinking forward. Oh my god, Doom, JG, very close to death. The Boulder Smash is there. He will be able to escape though. Valiant plays here from Boom Esports, but very close to getting that kill there on the Doom. It will apply pressure.
Feels a lot more comprehensive, this performance coming out from Boom, doesn't it? Like, just
Yeah.
being a move ahead of the enemy team, as opposed to just a little bit too disjointed. You know, when they're making these moves, they're realizing the strength of the Gyrocopter to be able to play around this early game. They're doing it to great effect. Taking away those towers, making the invasion into the jungle a little bit more effective. I mean, we already saw, talking about the jungle, those ancient stacks, what the impact of pretty much everyone on the entire map rotating towards that area can mean.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, JG has himself a lot of gold here. 3,200 gold? Is he going for a Blink Dagger? Is he going for a BKB? I'd say BKB first would be ideal with the amount of times FBZ is hopping on him here with the Blink Dagger.
Seems like he agrees. I would have been happy with him just buying the Ogre Axe and seeing like how close is my DK to finishing up the BKB for himself. Because again, you don't really want to have it and pop it away from your team because then it's just useless. Like if your team doesn't want to fight, then what's the point in buying a fighting item? But now you see all 3 cores going for that BKB, adds the impact of why Boom are trying to get so aggressive.
They have vision here of Mac and Januel. The Observer Ward will be taken down, but it could cost Ogre Magi's life. The Remnant being very slow there because of the Ignite. And hiding in the trees and TPing away, having no vision. He's out.
I mean, that Ignite hit everyone. He got a multicast onto everyone on the team, so they were all just way too slow. No Blink Daggers available either. FBZ, will he be able to get away?
Oh! It's close. That's why that was 0.01.
He's looking out here, just seeing if anyone does continue following him through the Twin Gate. They will not.
Interesting pickup now for Kishka. Himself a Blink Dagger, so could start some fights here with the Disruption.
Man, we are about to get like 5 BKBs coming within probably 2 minutes. Like Ember's nearly got his, Doom's nearly got his, DK's nearly got his, Timper's nearly got his, never mind, Doom has his, and Gyro's nearly got his. So I'm expecting to see a bunch of fights, but maybe not too many kills off the back of this. The supports might die.
So both Timbersaw and the Earth Spirit have their BKBs now, delivered by the courier.
Will they yoink away this this Tormentor is the real question for me. I mean, they're all hanging around the area. No real way to instantly blow up anyone that moves on forward, though. They smoked? I'm not sure if they saw that. Here we go.
Oh, lasso onto Wonderboy. Lovely save there with the Disruption.
He's found the backlines, though, on the
They come forward. They've got the Doom placed on the Gyrocopter, attempting to flee right now. Jackie is, but Wonderboy hot on his heels. Will he survive? No, he will not. Wonderboy able to get the kill, but meanwhile on the back lines, Mac able to get himself a double kill. He's currently a 3 for 2 right now, as it's only Ember Spirit and the Dragon Knight remaining. Chasing Wonderboy right now, slowing him down there with the whip. As he's tempting to try and dodge the Timber Chain, will be able to, but he doesn't have himself any mana. No remnants there, not able to escape. TP on cooldown. And with that, it's a 2 for 4.
It's a 2 for 4. Have a look at the damage across the board, right? And the real thing that I'm noticing, pretty much nothing coming from the supports on the Mongolz. And that's just what comes down to Mac doing his job. He dived the backline. He took all of the attention away from the rest of the team. Like, no Demonic Purge. It was a good disruption, for sure, from Kishka to be able to stop the initial attempt onto... Who got lassoed before? Was it the... Ember Spirit? Yeah.
It was.
So it was a nice job there, but no Chain Frost, no effectiveness coming through from a lot of these heroes, and this is why I like the fact that Castaway, he was banking on hopefully getting a free Tormentor Shard, but seems like he'll have to have that one wait. Blink Dagger, more important for him, especially with how Mac's been playing this team fight. So now, they just need to become even harder to find than previous, and then join the team fight once everyone's committed on Boom.
Trying to take the Roshan now. Should be able to. There's none of the Mongols hanging around here that would look to pose a threat to Boom, whilst they take this Roshan. There it is, Aegis in the hands of Jack.
On the way to 6 BKBs by the next fight.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't gone the Agnims, though, on Jackie. Well, I thought that was pretty much like a core of core item on Gyro, but he just went the Sanjin Yasha instead and then into BKB.
I mean, part of the reason that it's good is that you still do damage while you're being stunned. They don't have a lot of stuns, is the thing, right? It's basically just the DK. And the other added benefit is that Satanic can still be working while you're stunned. But with the Doom on the enemy team, that becomes much less of a factor. So I like his build. They might find Wonderboy here. Has to
activate the BKB. Not really a 9-second BKB that you'd want to activate.
Also don't want to run the risk of them just pushing up into your high ground though. With the Aegis still 4 minutes left on it, and a fresh BKB now completed by Jackie.
Going in for a lasso there. That was close.
It's honestly almost getting to the point for Boom. I know it's not that big of a lead, it's only 2k, but I really wouldn't hate to see them go a gem and just try and close out this map a little bit more, because they do feel significantly stronger. Maybe not though. Like I just mentioned before, the BKBs being so effective against this Timbersaw in particular. So maybe that's just what they're looking to try and wait for. Get the duration of these BKBs down, make Timbersaw impactful again, because still number 2 on net worth, but if you can't use any of that net worth, it doesn't really mean much. Hopefully there's a bit of communication coming out from the team though, because FBZ, both him and Mac have a Shiva's Guard queued up. Veil already completed by the US Spirit. Going straight into a Lincoln's, I think, is FBZ, so not wanting to be that easy Doom target. Speaking of the Doom, he might be going into a Shiva's himself, but he's got enough money to be able to pick up a Blink Dagger right now, and I'm a little surprised that he hasn't already.
Yeah, he skipped this, didn't he? He went for the BKB, still hasn't gotten the Blink, but he has been able to get off some significant Dooms, I mean, especially against the Gyro.
Not worth it into an Aegis, though.
Definitely not.
Big Doom, Chronosphere, Black Hole counter, Aegis, second life.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
Is he going to
is
cut the
under
creep
attack.
wave here? He is.
Radiant structures.
Anyone gonna reset? Yeah, they did ping it out. Doom's cutting the creep wave. Do we want to do anything about this?
We don't want to do anything about it, but I don't think they can. They're all attention,
Dire's bottom tower
smartly
is
enough,
under
put
attack.
up towards this top side. Love the fact that Mac did end up buying that gem as well. Like, there's just... If you have a look at the Mongolz map vision, it's non-existent right now. They've got one observer ward that's about to expire in 25 seconds on the bottom side, where 2 heroes are anyway. Other than that, nothing. So they're just being very meticulous about this. This is a great usage out of the Aegis, right? All outer towers removed.
Doesn't even look like the Mongols want to respond right now. Just sitting above the high ground, not wanting to fight this Aegis. I mean, it's going to expire in about 1 minute and 20.
Jackie's still going for the Satanic up against the Doom, which, I mean, it does kind of force you to use the BKB onto the Doom onto him. So maybe that's kind of what they're thinking, or they're thinking that they're going to be quick enough with the fingers for the Lincoln Sphere, which is now coming out for FBZ. They're going to be able to really reduce its effectiveness. I mean, the Ags has obviously more benefit relative to it, but I don't know. Interesting decision. We'll have to see how it plays off in the team fights. They're walking around underneath an observer ward as well. They have to be very careful.
They are grouped up, coming forward.
Mac is not with them. He's TPing in now, but that little bit of hesitation is going to punish him. The amp damage, I would imagine they want to make something happen here.
So as you said, they just don't have themselves any vision whatsoever, apart from this one ward now that they have put on the cliff.
Real question is, do they risk going high ground? I would have to say the answer is no. Aegis 15 seconds away. They want to try and find someone along the map. They might see Wonder Boy going up underneath this Watcher. FBZ plays a little bit scared of him. Probably both gonna run, yeah.
Yeah, he ripped himself. So Aegis expired now. So what is the next step for Boom Esports with them not wanting to siege high ground, especially with the Aegis expiring? Do we just wait Satanic and then maybe perhaps see what the outcome is of the next fight? I mean, Daedalus now for Dragon Knight, so he's starting to farm up well now nicely.
I mean, this is the time, in my opinion, where Mongolz should
Oh my god! Doom placed. That was a big Chain Frost with that Ice Spire. It looks like Mac is dead here. He is indeed.
That's a big net worth swing. So now they're going to be able to get back on the map. They're going to be able to put some wards down without risk of them getting de-warded. They know that there might not be an Ember Spirit for 40 seconds. I think he just got his buyback back that second. They instantly go for a smoke, trying to get one more. But I mean, with Chidori, with a Mask of Madness, Armlet, Daedalus,
Structures
BKB. Pretty easy for him to be able to claim this tier 2 tower.
I mean, not surpassing the net worth, but definitely surpassing the levels of the gyro. 20. And that is a shard for Genuel on the Ogre, so the fire shield. That's nice.
There's one in the comms. Looks like it isn't there. FBZ and Mac both going for the Shiva's Guard. Already purchased up the Veil component. It's not the worst. Like, they do kind of want to be in two different parts of the team fight, like we saw in the tier 2 top. Mac was much more intent on getting on the supports, whereas FBZ was in the middle trying to deal with the cores. It never feels good just to go the exact same thing.
I have to really say there's not much action happening right now in these team fights, is there? They're just controlling resources, trying to keep the Mongolz at bay, but they are moving around the top side of the map. Oh, they got themselves a lasso on Wonder Boy, along with the Ignite there too, and the Fire Blast, finding the pick-off onto the Ember. He's down for 50. Buyback is available, and now they'll start to pressure the high ground.
Oh, look at this. Does he have an Observer Ward? I don't think he does, and I think they actually saw him roll underneath the tree line. So, yeah, with the scan, gonna make him back off a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I mean, this is the impact of these BKBs, right? No one really wants to take a fight. They don't want to be the ones to lose the BKB fight. They don't want the ones to be running low on them, in particular the Mongolz. Like, they're so valuable, these BKB charges to them, just because of the heroes that they're up against. You think of Ember Spirit, DK, probably those two the most. They could still deal out a decent amount of damage just off of Sleight of Fist and right clicks. No one really does any damage outside of the Gyrocopter in terms of physical damage on Boom's side.
Dire are scanning.
Where are they heading here on the Mongolz? They don't have vision of FBZ, do they? He's going through the twin gate.
Ooh, nearly found him on JG.
No kill for you. Yeah, it looks like they're just waiting out the Roshan again. It's going to spawn bottom, so they're just setting up.
No Observer Ward up on that high ground. Especially considering they... The gem. Doom has the gem, so maybe just not wanting it to get dewarded for free. Chidori with that shield rune.
Is under attack.
Baiting them to see if they will pop this glyph to be able to stop this push, because they've already claimed tier 2 mid. If they use the glyph here and aren't successful in the next team fight, that would be high ground unprotected.
Oh,
this
smoke
is
play.
It's ballsy. Like, you don't have your main damage dealer with them.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Chidori might need to be the one TPing back here, yeah, but again, he's away from the team, and they'll see that he just TP'd in, so if they find them, they're happy to engage, knowing that there's no DK involved.
Dire's top tower
Walking right underneath one of their Observer Wards. They don't see it covered by the Smoke of Deceit. It's going to break one.
A bit of a pincer here. FPZ's kind of on his own.
He is. And it's going to break. He's got himself the BKB there, and the Chain Frost is not going to do a lot.
Yeah, they popped a lot for not too much.
It's the Dragon Tail there onto Mac, and the Doom placed upon him here too. Now they'll go forward, but he's attempted to TP away. He will get out. Meanwhile, the Satanic activated there onto Jackie, able to withstand all of that damage and heal all the way back up. He's now activating that BKB, trying to lay into the Dragon Knight. They've got themselves the stun there. Chidori not able to live through it all. He will fall. He'll be the first victim of this team fight. And miraculously enough, Mac able to survive with TPing into that fountain, because it stops the regen, doesn't it, the Doom? So is able to survive till the end there.
Any form of healing, regen, heals, whatever it might be, the only thing that's going to protect you is a shield, and that really won't do too much against the pure damage coming through from the Doom. I liked how patient FBZ was, right? He jumped in first after being the one to pop the smoke. He got them to use a lot of abilities onto himself, and then he waited. He waited for those BKBs to come off cooldown, to run out of duration, and then goes on to the DK. That's the reason that the DK died. Most damage done to him was the gyrocopter, second, easily the Timbersaw.
I mean, maybe perhaps things will change once he gets himself a Satanic.
On the DK?
Yeah, on the DK.
Yeah, he's close. 100 gold?
100 gold.
He'll be going up against an Aegis as well.
Meanwhile, top, BZ, chasing JG, forcing him to activate that BKB. He's out of there though, and so is FBZ, but Roshan in the hands of Boom Esports. Aegis for a second time on the gyrocopter. They've got themselves the Roshan banner too. So let's see how they want to siege this high ground.
Certainly makes the high ground siege a whole lot easier. They're pinging out this Tormentor as well. I'm sure who's actually the one lacking the shard at this point in time. Doom, all the cores on the Mongolz. So you would love to get a free one for the Ember Spirit there. JG instead. A little bit of a heal.
And they're going for a smoke play now, Boom Esports. Want to try and see if they can catch someone outside the base, but unluckily for them, there's no one that they can find. Everyone is kept within the base on the Mongolz. Lincoln Sphere 2 on the Ember to stop the lasso, which has been coming out from Tim's quite recently.
Yeah. It's also got a shield rune to be able to play around with too, so expecting a whole lot more aggressive plays to come through from Wonderboy here.
Oh, when they smoke themselves, they're going out of the base. They want to try and find something now, and Max just rolling bouldered right into an ambush. He's in trouble. They haven't even committed the Doom here, but he's actually able to rolling boulder away. As meanwhile, they do find the kill down to Lich. They got themselves the lasso onto the Dragon Knight as well. He's not able to heal up there with the Satanic. There we go. He's able to at least get some healing here. They do find the kill down to Mac, but Chidori slowly falling. He's got the Chakram upon him, and FBZ, he gets himself a double kill. The buyback here from Mac as well. Wants to try and come back to the fight. JG is going to attempt to TP, but the homing missile stops that TP. And FBZ helping to get the kill. Triple kill. Almost got himself an ultra kill there, but Mac takes it away from him and gets the kill on Castaway.
Very fitting, getting the triple kill there for FBZ. Didn't deal the most damage in that fight, but it's again when he does the damage. Once the Satanic's been used, once the demonic cleanse wears off, once the frost shield is on, that's where the Timbersaw can really start to shine.
Ishka. Definitely dead here, no escape. Yeah. FBZ on a wicked sick, and with that, looks like they're just going to go for tier 4, so they're not going to mess around.
Sure, they don't want to refresh the glyph. Why not? Try and end the game right now. Wonderboy, he'll do his best to slow it down with that Mage Slayer, but I think this is just way too much damage for them to have to deal with.
Buyback is available. But they're just going to let this one slide. Buyback from the Shadow Demon. The Ancient slowly falling. Definitely looks to be GG here if they can't stop it now. They kick back Wonderboy. He's been silenced. He doesn't have himself the BKB. It's on cooldown for a few more seconds, but they're going to commit the Doom there onto the Earth Spirit. But Jackie laying into the throne. Looks to be game here, and there we go. Just focusing the Ancient. GG. Boom Esports, they will take game 1 out of this best of 3 against them.
You need to do it again, you know? Like, you're a little bit more incentivized, I guess, to play on the enemy side of the map, just because of the ability to potentially take stacks, potentially get a lot involved a little bit more frequently. You're not just a blink stunner, you're dealing a decent amount of damage, so we'll see if they're able to make it work on Jackie.
I remember when that was actually booed at a LAN anytime someone picked up a Dragon Knight. Yeah.
What about Death
It
Prophet?
was...
People have a similar feeling about Death Prophet. It kind of does the same thing.
Funny enough, I haven't seen Death Prophet in ages, though.
Yeah,
maybe it's died.
I've been watching the Chinese region lately. Maybe that's they're picking it there because there's just a few heroes that they love to pick that very few other regions do. Like Shadow Shaman is one. We saw it earlier today, but still, Venge. We see a lot of Skywrath still, and of course Death Prophet is another one that no matter what the meta is, China's always going to try it.
Oh. Won't give the time. I think they don't have that. Actually, I think they're okay. in
They should
regards
be
to
fine.
time.
Haven't really seen that many boom pauses up until this point. There we
Do
go.
they
9
have-
minutes to boom.
Is it an SSD or is it a hard drive?
True.
Or is it an NVMe?
Did they get lucky over the holiday period and get a nice little buff up to their setup? Did you get anything nice from the holidays?
A lot of chocolate, a lot of
Mhm.
food. So I kind of try and like watch what I eat, but this Christmas I've just had so much that I've had to go, right, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to, suspend this rule for a while and just get through this chocolate so I can eat it all before it, expires. And then we'll work it out in the next year. And that's I've still got, I think I've got quite a bit of chocolate left to go.
Very nice. Are you
How
reading
about
the
you?
old chat as well?
Whoa.
So Jiaoyuel asks, "What's your dinner, guys?" Jollibee, Filipino fried chicken chain. If you're not aware, Chidori says "you" for dinner. So
Oh, la la.
nice little fourth dinner album in game. I had Jollibee when I had the pleasure of being over in Manila. It was good. The chicken was good. Not a fan of the pasta as much. Like they do spaghetti, but it's just a little sweet, I guess, is the best term I could use for it. There's a lot of great food that I had in Manila, but Jollibee, it was nice to try. I'll say that much.
Did you get anything nice for Christmas, Danog?
I specifically asked for no. My parents specifically said,
No.
"Why are we doing presents? You're in your early 30s," and I'm like, "Oh, come on, you can't ruin the magic of Christmas." I said, "Just one present." So yeah, I got a bunch of chocolates from like some winery venue and like beef jerky and mixed nuts and hotel for 2 nights in Hobart for a stay where I'm going in August. Tasmania, if you're not aware.
Oh. That's what Christmas is, you see. It's just food and socks and clothes. Mostly food.
I'm thrilled getting socks these days, though. Remember when you were a kid and it was like, ugh, socks, but now you're like, yes!
Yeah, I think
undies.
I think it's just an all-round adult thing, honestly. Like, because you never really go out and go, you know what, I need to get a pair of socks. It never happens. Like, you're not going to make a journey to go all the way to a clothes. I mean, you could probably order them online, but when does it ever cross your mind? I need more socks. It's just
Some of
when
those
someone gives you
Uniqlo
something for
socks are very
Christmas.
nice, though. You never know.
If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Sock channel. Meanwhile,
it's pretty easy in terms of presents that I gave to gift to other family members. My dad gets a jigsaw, my mum gets either perfume or a book, and my brother gets a record. That's it. Like every single time. Birthday, Christmas, doesn't matter. They're happy, I'm happy. It's easy. Bada bing, bada boom, done.
That was lame.
I'm just reading the all chat again, and it just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. They're quite chatty.
They're very chat. I mean, what else can you do in this period? I remember, which TI was it? I want to say it was Singapore TI, where there was a game between OG and Liquid, and I was casting it, luckily enough, and there was a 2.5-hour pause in it because one player had that bug where you like disconnected to reconnect and fix your FPS issues, and they couldn't rejoin the game. So while they were spending all this time just waiting around, they started talking about which Naruto character everyone was. So, like, Amar was Sasuke, apparently, and, like, you know, people were like, oh, you know, who's Naruto, who's Might Guy, all these sorts of fun stuff. A bunch of weebs, the Liquid boys. Do you watch, do you partake at all?
Do I partake? Oh boy. Yes, I do.
In weebery.
I do partake in weebery.
Mm-hmm. And which
I don't-
Naruto character are you?
I haven't actually watched Naruto.
Get out! You know what your homework is after this series.
Yeah, I know what my homework is after this. You know what? I could probably do it in the 2-hour giant breaks, you know.
True. Just watch the
True.
abridged. Easy.
I'll do. Do you know the people that watch it in like 1.5 times speed? Do you know
You mean
anyone
me?
that does that?
No,
Do you
I
do
watch-
that? Do you do
I don't
that?
do 1.5. I do like 1.2 because it's
Okay,
fast
okay.
enough that it's like it saves you 5 minutes or so per episode, but
Yeah.
it feels kind of the same. I did 1.8 speed with lectures though.
Oh my god. Must be able to analyze information so quick. See, this is this just this. It's actually a key point of why you're an analyst, Danog. If
This
you're
was
able
my
to analyze,
weighted clothing. This was my training all those years ago.
if you're able to analyze, seminars at times 1.8 speed, then you're able to analyze the dotes.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about how well I did in these subjects.
Oh, okay.
30 seconds to battle.
We'll leave
No,
that one out then.
It was my hyperbolic time chamber. This 1.8 seconds. Surely you've seen Dragon Ball Z.
Nope.
Oh god. Oh, get out. Oh, nice T-ward there by Kishka. Reading the map. Very nicely done.
We know one thing for sure, though. We know that Mac definitely does not have an SSD or an NVMe. So if anyone wants to, help a guy out and
Yeah.
get him
Next time he streams, donate.
get him an SSD or an NVMe, late Christmas present. That's what we'll call it.
Mm-hmm. I'm lucky enough to have both. Got a fresh one.
Whoa, flex.
I know, right? Gotta use this casting money on something. Alright, how's this game gonna go? I'm just a little... I'm interested to see what Tim's is able to do with this Lion. In terms of, like, what it's actually going to be able to provide. Because this is a position 5 Bat Rider. So I feel like they were just... They didn't know at the time, like, what they were going to do with the last overall pick, right? So it's not like this Lion was a response to the Weaver. It was a last pick Weaver. So... I mean, the Bat Rider's going to be very happy into this lane, just stopping a lot of what JG is able to do. They'll be spamming their spells back and forth. Probably going to be the Bristleback in a happier spot, though, because he's got the full magic wand, so he can get up to 20 stacks, as opposed to just the 10. But still hasn't finished up the full wand on the Bat Rider either. I don't know, I'm interested to see how this one's all going to turn out.
Mm-hmm. And you can already see Castaway just firing out the cogs onto Tim's. We should be fine, get himself the mana drain, all good. Himself his mana back. I want to see how Kishka plays, though, on Hoodwink. Don't usually see Hoodwink action that much. Oh, speaking of Kishka, flame break there. Blood Grenade actually committed there, too, just dealing little bits of damage.
Not too many heroes that can lane well against a Bat Rider, but Hoodwink, you have to say, especially with that tree bounce trick shot, is one of the few. And of course, he's assisted by this big spiky wall that they've got in front to deter any kind of aggression going in onto him. But the amount of damage that you're able to deal, even just at a super early stage on Hoodwink, is kind of nuts.
Tell you what, this is the wand lane, though. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
You got Sticky Napalm on one side, Quill Spray on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Already max 1 charge for Kishka. So much so that JG has bought himself a magic wand. And Jackboy has this fully charged magic stick. There we go.
It really just... Can you actually kill anyone in this lane is the real question, right? Like, they're just going to be able to recover it a lot of the time, so is it even worth spending your mana to attempt? Zhao needs to be a little careful, but he's got a full magic stick available.
Yeah, at this point it's Hogwarts at the moment. These magic wands.
He's actually not going to use it. Just trying to use salves and everything else for this point in time. I don't know how much I agree with that. Just because you're going to build up those charges again pretty damn quickly, so just use them while you got them. Nice D-ward by Kishka, though. Might, I was about to say might cost him, but no. We'll be able to back up in time. Mid lane gone pretty well for Mac, actually. I mean, Wonderboy, he's doing just fine as well. Opting to go for more points into the Flame Guard just because of Anglier's spells, right? They're both physical, so
Yeah.
nothing really for them to be able to get in onto this Ember Spirit to be able to stop that consistent aggression. But I think Mac's positioning in the lanes has been pretty good. Will he go for the steal with a Sleight of Fist on the Water Rune? He does. He got it.
Oh,
Very nice.
sneaky boy.
Now that's
never
the sort of
actually
thing that I
seen-
couldn't do on ping. You know, like.
Oh
impossible.
no, that not on US West. No, not what we're on right now.
No, definitely not. What is his ping? Let me have a look. 8. Yeah, that'd help.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had 8 ping. That sounds so good. But I've never seen... Oh, okay. Okay. I thought he was going to maybe put another point into Flame Guard. Oh, and first blood on the bottom lane. Januel. Flame Break and Sticky Napalm level 2, getting the kill onto JG. That is an interesting kill. I thought Bristleback would not die on that bottom lane, but turns out I was wrong.
I mean, he died over
Quite
8 seconds, right? Like, it's just a matter of they softened him up a little bit, got him to use that big magic stick, and then went for the kill afterwards. I don't think you can 100-0 anyone in just one attempt in this lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So what were you saying, sorry, about the, you put the second point in the Sleight of Fist?
Yeah, so
Help you with Arm and poke a
you
little
said he
more?
put a point into Flame Guard here to try and help against Pangolier, so I thought he was maybe perhaps gonna like try and like max out Flame Guard, but I don't usually see Ember Spirits do this. Usually it's maxing out the Sleight of Fist, right?
Yeah, for sure, but Flame Guard, super vital for this lane, just to hold on.
Oh, and a rotation here from Kishka. Mac in trouble. Sleight of Fist is on cooldown, but they'll still get the kill. And that rotation will not come in soon enough, giving level 6 down to Wonderboy. He's able to put a Remnant down, TP away, bottle up to full HP and mana, and come back to that lane. So that's really beneficial for him.
And they're going to be able to keep Kishka around as well, preventing the Pangolier from getting there in time to be able to secure the power rune. So, another great tool for Wonderboy to be able to play around with, just to increase this nice little start that he's had. Level 6 as well. So...
Kishka! He was pushed up to the high ground there with the flame breaks, are really nicely done from Januel, and Mac able to get a vengeance kill, if you will.
Probably didn't need to be there though, right? That's just gone ahead and given Pangolier the Rolling Thunder, where Wonderboy might have been able to, with that power rune, with his level 6, Mac didn't have it prior to that kill onto the Hoodwink. And he's gone
Or maybe a
Thunderbolt.
kill on Bristol on the bottom. Oh, the bushwhack from Kishka, rotation in, JG. Quite
Regen
low.
left.
Action bottom though. Sorry, top. FBZ. He's very low, 100 HP. Action happening on the top lane here too. Not having the greatest of time compared to game 1.
It's a cheeky little play as well, using the Shredder facet as he Timber Chained back to be able to stack the 7-minute Ancient Camp for himself.
Oh.
Just minimizing little thing, maximizing little interactions there. Zhao's got his eyes on Bristleback just trying to farm up here for a similar sort of thing. I mean, he can see his experience slowly ticking up as he's trying to take a few more of that, so... Thinking, especially now with JG putting himself into vision and with Tim's making the rotation down, they're going to make...
Oh, he didn't get the Timber Chain. The Battery Assault cancelled the Timber Chain. And FBZ gets taken out. Meanwhile, JG, on the other hand, also taken out. So both the offlaners found and deleted.
Found and deleted. I mean, that's always just going to happen, right? They rotated, what was it? I think 4 people up towards the top side, just the 3, to be able to get the kill on the Bristleback. So Mac probably the one winning out in that exchange. Hold on.
Oh, Tim's. That's a
Wonderboy
bit aggressive.
DD.
Dire's bottom tower
That is
is under
quite an aggressive place to be indeed, Tims. You will definitely pay for that. I know what he
They
was
were
doing.
probably expecting the amp damage rune to be able to go over to his Pangolier, right? But Wonderboy, once again, able to swipe that one right up in his face. That double impact certainly coming in handy there, being able to take him out in pretty quick fashion. Speaking of Wonderboy, he's going to look to make a rotation with the rest of his team, really trying to put a lot more emphasis onto FBZ here, not giving him a good start. Still no ultimates on the supports, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
are they going
Still no
to
ultimate on
have enough?
FBZ either.
And Castaway just walks into the creep wave, but
Radiant's
maybe just
structures
feeling like
are
they can take
fortified.
out this tower with the
Radiant's
time.
top tower is under attack.
They would
What,
have
maybe
seen
found Januel?
stacks. Yeah, he should be able to get away.
Nope.
Castaway just making sure he stays inside of the ancient camp, not allowing any further stacks to be built up. But it is a bit of wasted time. Like, in that time that Ember Spirit was moving around, even though he got the power rune, even though Mac has died the one time, he's increasing his net worth lead much faster. And you have to say, in terms of what it means for a power spike, Pangolier hits his much harder than what Ember Spirit does. Like, Diffusal Blade is enormous for a Pangolier. So you don't want to give him too much free time to be able to just pick this one up.
He's going for another rotation again, trying it a second time.
No TP on
Move top.
Tim's if they did go for this play, so they would have a little bit of that extra outnumber. Be able to at least just grab the tower. And it's a trade. FBZ not giving up his life for free, building up another stack for himself. Does cost them the tower, but not the worst.
Shield, rune, diffusal.
They're just taking away
five-
these stacks. Using Castaway, Kishka, and Chidori. Really going away at least this one. Really looking to try and make FBC suffer as much as possible. Doesn't quite have his Chakram just yet. Trying to make him panic a little bit here. But he gets the Chakram now.
So there's no way they're going to dive GG underneath this tier 2 tower.
Jiao needs to be a little careful with his positioning here. Obviously wants to be in range to be able to stop the aggression in onto the tower, but oh, nicely done. Doesn't want to give up his life for free. Will get himself his level 6. Will stop the siege creep wave. How close is Mac now to the defusal? Just 200. So by the end of this creep wave, he probably should have it. So I feel like that's when they're going to see a lot more aggression coming through from the boom side. FBZ still does need to sit very defensively. Like, they're just taking away his camps. Like, this is probably not the most efficient stuff for the Mongols to be doing, but they feel like this is a good enough Timbersaw game that they want to give JG time to be able to get into his items, and that's not going to happen if you've got a freely farmed Timbersaw just doing whatever he wants. I like this aggression from Jackie as well. Just making him play scared.
And that should be a kill onto JG. No, it's not. Survives on 50 HP, and now Wonderboy coming in. Got Searing Chains there onto the Dragon Knight, attempted to chase Tim's here. That should be a kill onto the Lion. Yeah, there we go. Sleight of Fist. Oh, meanwhile, though, Jackie Boys holds it ground with the Omelette. Gets 1 kill, could get 2 kills, but in comes the Sharpshooter from Kishka, taking down the Dragon Knight. But boy, oh boy, you got to watch out that Omelette.
You do indeed. I feel like they should have been able to secure that kill onto the Bristle too. It was just a little bit of, do I need it out of the Finger of Death, which meant that Bristle was able to turn his back completely, and that level 1 Bristleback ended up reducing, what was it, well, level 2 Bristleback, excuse me, 24% of the damage instead of 12. So he was initially hitting into the side when he was stunned, and that probably would have been enough to be able to pick up that kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
Still doing pretty okay in
Eyes on
terms
Tim's.
of...
tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah. Nice kill on the Lion. Mac doesn't have himself much mana. Himself clarity, though.
He had a bounty rune that was digged up there by Kishka, but he just says yoink. Takes that one away instantly. Hero hook shot.
Yeah, it's caught onto Januel. He was able to deward an Observer. Gets out. Maybe. No. Does not get out. Wonderboy able to find the kill there with the Sleight of Fist. Kishka helping to obtain that kill with the Bushwhack.
You see why I like Kishka on these more proactive heroes now? Like,
I do.
It feels like he's been everywhere. You know, like the damage coming through, consistently strong in the lane, able to put a little bit of impact onto towers as well. really makes you have to second guess yourself at all stages of the game.
And they're quite deep within their own territory right now, Boom Esports, whereas Jackie, he's got the Mask of Madness, just farming up that BKB right now on the DK, so should be around about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we could look to see him maybe rotate around, possibly get a kill with Genuine. I mean, he's a bit a while away from his Blink Dagger, the Bat Rider.
He's changed off of the BKB for the Sanjin Yasha, which I prefer. A, it's going to help you farm. B, it's going to pick up your movement speed, very important against a Weaver, an Ember Spirit, and a Bristleback. And C, what is BKB actually stopping the Mongolz from doing to you? You know, like, it's basically only the Searing Chains, a little bit from the Hoodwink, and I guess the Cogs coming through from Clockwork, but that's it. Everything else is physical. Found Zhao.
He's caught in the cogs. He's not escaping. Found and
Finally
taken out.
found time for FBZ to be able to secure a little bit of this farm for himself.
Oh, Mac. Oh, the Bushwhack didn't connect to the tree. Did he cut? Oh, he cut that with a Quelling Blade. Mac did.
Nicely done.
With the Bushwhack.
And the regen popped as well, so he's able to just keep this one going. A little bit of that. Okay, not maximizing it completely, but still fine. Tim's looks like he's hanging around. I'm not sure if they should be going for a gank attempt here on the Mongolz, considering how long it took for them to try and make something happen there. But FBZ, he's recovered. He's level 11, nearly level 12, taking a bunch of these stacks that they've built up for themselves, really prioritizing vision around this left-hand side of the map. And he's going to come online in a big way. I mean, we talk again about that burst damage that they're able to get in onto Chidori. Still pretty squishy right now. I mean, he's eventually going to be building into the Dragonlance, which at least lets him play from a little bit further away in a lot of these engagements. But,
yeah,
you know, Blink, Timber combo into a stun from Tim's plus Finger of Death, like that Weaver's dying.
I mean, we got a Blink Dagger on Mac now too, so Rolling Thunder. Stunning up the Weaver.
Feels like we've been playing around this mid tower for the past 8 minutes.
Lasso. On to Wonderboy. There's the Finger of Death as well. Instantly taking down the Ember Spirit. It's now attempting to go for more here. Chidori snatching that Arcane Rune there from the river. There's Jackie. He's rotating now to the middle, trying to take this tier 1 tower. They're going to try and attempt to catch him there. Not able to with the Bushwhack. Sharpshooter will actually connect there onto the Timber. FBC, they're still sieging this tier 1. They don't have themselves the Ember. Back in 10 seconds. And with that tier 1 tower, it's going to fall.
It's the first time it feels like that Boom have attempted to try and take the tier 1 tower mid, and felt like the Mongolz were just spending so much time just trying to secure a little bit for themselves. FBZ, is he going to be okay? Maybe not.
The Bushwhack's there. In comes Chidori. He's got the Timber Chain, attempting to flee. Bushwhack in 5 more seconds. We've got the Swarm connecting onto FBZ, so that's going to grant some vision there. Able to Timber Chain away again, and the hook shot is actually going to be committed with the Sharpshooter. Killing spree for the Weaver, but that was a lot of time that they had to utilize there to chase that Timbersaw.
And Boom made the most of it. They took a tier 1 tower of their own. They're looking to try and scout out any potential stacks that have been built up for this Bristleback. Unluckily for them, it's not going to be the one that is stacked up. JG will be able to secure this little area here. They did place down an Observer Ward though, so it is a lot of valuable information that they're going to be able to glean off of that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
Look at
middle
their own tier 1 tower though,
Radiant are
on the
scanning.
Mongolz.
So I'm just trying to think about like what is the next big item timing for both teams. It feels like it's going to be quite some time until Boom is actually happy with the with wanting to go in next. Like nearly finished up Sanjin Yasha on Jackie, but probably Silver Edge on him, Blink Dagger on Lion, Aghanim Scepter on Timber, Aghanim Scepter on Pango, and I guess more stuff on Zhao. Like all of that needs to happen all at once, and it's probably going to, but it's going to take about 6 or so minutes to be able to make that happen.
Never refuse.
Yeah, I think once they do get all those items, because it sounds pretty juicy, doesn't it? Then they can go ahead and try and see what they can do. Meanwhile, though, the Mongolz attempting to take a Roshan.
They will.
Bristle.
Maybe just with their vision, feeling confident enough to be able to do it. A nice deep ward behind the tower. They have a bit of an idea that this is going on, though. BZ looking to try and instantly wipe out this creep wave, but will they be able to get there in time? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's slowly falling in the hands of Chidori. Will they still go for it here? Blink Dagger ready on the Batrider. Not seeing the Weaver. They are. They're going to go for it. And they've got themselves the Earth Spike there too, and the Finger. That Aegis is completely gone as Mac is going to TP away,
nice
but the hookshot cancels the TP during the mid-rolling thunder. Tims is going to fall here. He will sacrifice his life for his rest of his team to get away. But they take down that Aegis nonetheless for a support. I think that's worth.
Great job by Castaway, though, to be able to stop a lot of the easy escape coming through from the Rolling Thunder. But yeah, I was expecting someone to bait themselves in the lane, but they ended up just walking into themselves as Mac.
Mac might be dead here. He's got himself the shield crash. And the swashbuckle, he's getting lower and lower. Yeah, that's dead. That's a dead Pangolier. There we go. And they've got themselves Januel there too, who's attempting to flee. The Shikuchi there. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Double kill for the Weaver. Gonna use the time lapse, but straight into a Dragon Tail. It gets taken out. Tims is dead again. JG attempting to flee. In comes FBZ now with the mad pure damage. And the Timber Chain doesn't catch Castaway there with the Chakram. Well, boy, oh boy, I bet Chidori wasn't expecting that. Time lapse straight into a Dragon Tail.
Yeah,
It got decimated.
He got absolutely obliterated. I mean, you talk about the importance of, lack of importance rather, of BKBs on Boom. It is very important to have some of these BKBs on the Mongolz, right? You value the time lapse to be able to get you to safety a fair few many times, but just that BKB to be able to avoid that stun into Finger combo, way, way, way too important.
I mean, is Lincoln's even like a plausible item here to purchase? Because there's so many single targeted spells that they can use to actually cancel the Lincolns that they can still get off their stuns, right? It just costs so much.
It does,
Really?
and I think that's certainly an area of concern. I mean, it's a hard one for sure. Single target in terms of what? Blink Hex, Blink Lasso, Blink Dragon Tail. Like 3 different possibilities that could just be getting used onto you. But it's going to reach the point where eventually the Pangolier will be the one to try and break the Lincolns just through his blink. You know, he can eventually look to consider maybe even a halberd or something along those lines.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
This is where that Observer Ward that Mac placed down when they were able to
Radiant are
make their invasion.
What's this
The right-hand
rotation?
side of the map. Yeah, this is where it's coming in handy. They know that everyone's hanging around here, but they're going to need more boys.
Oh, they see Jackie. Are they retreating with that? Looks like they are.
They know that this DK is very hard to kill. Even just the Bristleback with how he does the majority of the damage, right? FPZ, he's got the Ags though.
Oh, he has. And he's able to survive through most of it. He's going to be in trouble. There we go. Now he activates the Ags.
Boys are coming.
But he still gets destroyed there by the Mongolz. Mac's going to have to back out.
Wondering is Castaway considering a hookshot, but they actually already used it onto the Timber Saw. Yeah, the damage just even going through the reactive armor shield, kind of nuts.
Was that the sharpshooter that helped contribute to that, or was it just they had so much damage there that eventually it wore out?
It's just damage. The break doesn't really impact on anything there. Fully charged sharpshooter though, still just level 11, so not even getting that maximum damage coming through from the Hoodwink. In just a little bit, it'll be up from 550 to 900. And they're still going to go for another play. I mean, they don't have the most mana to be able to make plays around with, but I guess they're really seeing the value and trying to hinder this DK from continuing to scale. We'll see Jackie, perhaps? Yep, they got a brief glimpse of him.
Yeah, they're gonna head for him now. He's hiding around in the trees. He doesn't have himself a BKB or anything like that. I went to like Sanjin Yasha instead. He's gonna try and hold his ground. He's got himself the armlet, lasso in on the Weaver, but Dragon Knight getting lower and lower. Could fall here. Jackie going to die. Januel attempting to flee. Blink Dagger in 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Is he able to blink? No. Cancelled. And the Cogs pushing him out the map. They get 2 kills here on the Mongolz.
Now that time was when the break really started to come in handy, right? When you were looking to try and commit onto everyone. Just using the lasso to try and reduce a little bit of that damage coming in onto the DK to keep him alive, keep the Weaver controlled a little bit, but it's just not enough. That break really impactful of just making these cores that much squishier.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Quite
Radiant's
intriguing
turret
to
has
see
been
Kishka
killed.
going a kind of like utility item instead of transitioning into that kind of core sometimes that we see in a position 4 Hoodwink. Going the Guardian Greaves.
Particularly Guardian Greaves is what I'm a little perplexed about, right? Like, what are you actually looking to try and dispel off of yourself? You expecting to be low in a lot of these engagements as well. Feels like a pretty decent amount of value that you could get from a pipe this game. Not that a, you know, position 4 should be expected to build the pipe. Zhao needs to be a bit careful though.
All dodges the Atos. Nice blink.
But this is what a Bat Rider should be doing as a support, right?
Hookshot
I
miss.
see. Yeah, hookshot miss. I see a lot of support Bat Riders that just sit back and like farm their own side of the map stacks, which is fine for the first like 10 minutes of the game. But beyond that, probably 15, you have to be like taking away the enemy's side of the map. You have to be cutting waves. You need to be putting yourself in a really dangerous position. But if it means that your cores are free to farm, the safe farm, that's your job. You know, like you're making space. Even if you die, it's well worth it because of how hard you are to kill just with that, let's call it cliff walking that Firefly provides you.
We're quite spaced out here on Boom, just trying to acquire more items here. I mean, a BKB now finished on Jackie, so did want to go that BKB eventually.
Quite like Castaway's item choice as well, going for the Blade Mail as his first major item. He needs to be the one starting a lot of these fights, right? If he just allows Wonder Boy to be the one jumping in first every time, he's going to get Rolling Thundered, he's going to get lassoed, he's going to get comboed. Whereas if it's a clockwork, as long as, again, you get the hookshot in, you drop the cogs, you drop the Blade Mail, you've kind of done your job. Just frees up a lot more space with the chaos that you're creating to enable the Ember Spirit to get one of those juicier targets with the BKB preemptively popped. The real question is, are they going to defend this? Looks like they might be going through the Twin Gate on the Mongolz to get a bit of a pincer going here. No
There are
glyph
indeed.
remaining. Kishka.
Oh,
Gonna be a
lasso.
big pick off. It's a lot of damage.
It is indeed. And the Finger of Death claiming the kill. Meanwhile, Mac able to actually jump there to the high ground, but it's still found by Wonder Boy. It's going to be a 2-for-1. Now attempting to get for the Bat Rider. 2 for 2. There's a Hex there. Oh, that's good. Onto the Weaver. Not able to outrun that one. A 3 for 2. Wonder Boy, he doesn't have himself any Fire Remnants here. And there we go. Double kill for Jackie. Make that a 4 for 2.
I mean, that was just really greedy by Weaver. Didn't pop the BKB, so got burst in a matter of 2 seconds, basically. Like, he took a Whirling Death, a Dragon Knight, 2 physical attacks, an Earth Spike. It was just way too much for how squishy he still is at this stage of the game. Ass Lincoln's on the cards, though. Ember Spirit still working on his. One coming through for the Weaver as well. And nearly into that Silver Edge for Jackie. So it's taken a little longer than I was expecting, but we're really hitting a bunch of those timings that I was talking about, right? Aghanims, Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Silver Edge. Like, this is really what Boom have been hoping for this entire time. And it's going to sync up pretty well with where they actually want to be playing. Like, Roshan's going to be spawning top. You're going to have these key items. You're level 20 as well on the DK, so he's got more of that attack range as well to be able to play around with. It's a lot.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Chidori's actually considering a Linken's here. He's got it in the quick buy, so he's going to get it as well as a BKB. Feels like he really needs it. No matter if it costs 5,000 gold.
It's a big investment.
Maybe Chidori could get a kill here onto the Lion. Oh, just able to get out the sentry range and avoid the physical attacks here from the Weaver. So now they'll attempt to go forward. They've got the Dust of Appearance on the Weaver, but the Shikuchi movement speed, able to get away from that. They pit themselves off just the Clockwork.
Not that bad of a kill. I mean, they of course would have loved to be able to get the Lion response, right? But really nice defensive Rolling Thunder used by Mac just to be able to save a support, knowing how important Tims has been at being able to control this Weaver in the past. Okay, well, now Jackie, third of the duration left on the Elder Dragon form. He'll be pinging out the Roshan saying, boys, come help me. Because why not? This is the second Roshan. This is that Roshan's banner that they're needing to be trying to play around with, and it's not going to be too long until he's got that break available. Been hurting them a little bit with Kishka being on target with his sharpshooter. They scouted out with the rockets. I think with the rest of the team joining them, they're not going to be able to get there in time.
I mean, no dragon form, so if they still want to go for it, then maybe it's
They've
possible.
got good vision around though.
Age is taken. JG, he's going to take the
just
lead
used-
coming forward.
He used Blink defensively just then.
So who are they going for here? This is so split up right now. Oh, they're going for Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy is being caught out there with a finger.
And
Taken out. It's now maybe perhaps they'll find the Weaver here too. Weaver dead, double kill. 2 for 1. Definitely worth it. Lasso on JG there. 2 and 3 gone on the Mongolz. That
was
fight was so
pre-Blink.
split.
That was so split unnecessarily, right? Maybe they were trying to set up on the left-hand side. You can see some of the wards that they just placed prior to that engagement, expecting perhaps them to retreat as a group, but it was them that got caught out. And I mean, if Ember Spirit's getting burst down 100 to 0 through 2,200 HP, through a Mage Slayer as well, that's a concern for sure.
Now they're just going to siege high ground. There should be enough time to actually get this tier 3 tower. 20 seconds remain. FBZ is completely fine.
They plant the Roshan's banner, they use the offensive glyph, making sure that there's not going to be anything stopping this this creep wave from living. Eventually they're going to be able to pull it, but that is melee racks.
Oh, Kishka. Careful. He actually got hit by an AoE from the Dragon Knight when he was hitting the range racks. That was close. Has to be careful.
Break on the bristle.
Hook shot comes into play now. The blade mail there. BKB comes out to play though in return. You're getting lower and lower. They got themselves the lasso onto Wonder Boy once again, but he's activated his BKB. They take down both the Batrider and the Dragon Eye, but in return, he's coming back with the Aegis. Clockwork and Hoodwink, they're both dead. They've got the Bristle back here too with the break. He's gone also, and only 2 heroes remain here for the Mongolz.
It's actually so crazy how quickly a Bristleback melts when you get that break onto him, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's just exploding every single one of these times. And still, I've seen this hero run rampant across many a different game, across many a different region, just by break. Sometimes the simplest solution is the best one.
Break is a problem. For just the Bristleback. For the Bristleback. I mean, that's balance in all things, right? Just get the item, break that absolutely broken passive, and Bob's your uncle. If anyone
That
knows.
was 9,000 damage done, by the way, by Jackie. Like, that cleave is really doing a lot of work against a lot of these heroes in the team fights.
Genuel, lasso, on the clock, easy kill, maybe perhaps. Finger of death, attempting to flee. And we got the Guardian Greaves there, and a pushback onto 3. Lovely stuff, and a that's great kill. Meanwhile, though, Wonder Boy attempting to flee doesn't have himself any more remnants. But boy, oh boy, Kishka triple bushwhack that led to 3 kills there on both the supports and the Pango. That was pretty tasty.
JG might be able to start getting another Tormentor for his team. I mean, they're dealing out a lot of damage with this Hoodwink just off the back of that. Again, you mentioned going the utility build and still able to make this much work happen without the Hunter's Boomerang as well. They can very easily look to try and amp this up even further. So let's see who gets lucky with this Tormentor shard. Hopefully JG doesn't exploit himself with this. All right. It is Kishka. Chidori. Oh, it wasn't daytime. He would have been in a little bit of danger. Just that vision being provided by that. Saw him walk into the lane. He's doing a pretty good job of keeping in the tree line as well, as Castaway even pre-popping the Blade Mail for himself, not wanting to give his position away. There we go. One Lincoln's finished. You've got one on Wonder Boy as well. He's got his level 20. He's got that extra hero damage coming from the Sleight of Fist. You just got to fight Tims. I think that's a really big tool for this team. Like, if you take that away, you take away a lot of the burst damage that's going to kill the Weaver or the Bristleback. Honestly, all cores. Like, Viant is so integral towards it and still so damn squishy.
There's Wonder Boy taking the lead here. They are actually going to smoke up as 4 on Boom. Head right around the back.
He's the one holding the gem. He's the one with the Lincolns, the Mage Slayer, the BKB, the Flame Guard popped. So it makes a lot of sense for him to be the one on the front lines. I just want to see this team not make the same mistake that we've seen Boom make, not only in this series, but all throughout today, in splitting away from that main person that you're trying to play around.
Oh, and Chidori's just revealed himself. He does have a Lincolns, though, so how are they going to break this? Oh, they've got it. There we go. Lasso finger. That's enough. Even with a Lincolns, it's going to do absolutely nothing. As now Jackie, with the help of the Rolling Thunder here from Mac, now they've got themselves 3 kills. Wonderboy tried to TP away, but the damage is too much from Boom Esports. 4 kills. Only Lion lost. And with that, Jackie is actually going to TP to the outpost here, and now pressure this tier 2 tower. Gonna go for the Bristleback right now with the break, but thankfully he does have himself some movement speed, so able to move back, but that tier 2 tower is gone, and now sieging the high ground.
I don't think DK cares at all about the Bristleback at this point. He's like, alright, I got a base to take. You're not gonna deal anything to me. Level 25, got the extra Dragon's Blood regen and armor, so what is a Bristleback going to be able to do against that on his own? 5,000 HP on this DK. Literally double Weaver's HP right now, and he's still going into more of his blast cannon style.
51 armor.
Yep. And it's a nullifier coming next from the Weaver, so that's not going to provide you too much of survivability either.
Oh, and a lasso. It's caught the clockwork. Instantly taken down. Rolling Thunder having its impact there too. They've got the break on the Bristle. That break going to expire. Symphony of Plays, they missed quite a bit there on the Bristle.
The Rolling Thunder just ended up destroying the tree, so FBZ wasn't able to follow up on it.
In comes Wonderboy now. Trying to lay into the Timber. He activates the BKB, gets away there with the Timber Chain. Time lapse will be committed. Jackie able to heal up right back to full HP there with the Satanic. Nothing can kill him right now. Okay, Wonderboy, he's got the Searing Chains, but now the BKB activated by Jackie. He's going to try and run away now. Clockwork coming back in around about 10 seconds.
My eyes are on Mac. Will they be able to chase him down? But they don't have anything in the form of a root. Like, there's not even a Glipnir built up by Chidori. He went in for the Mjolnir instead, so they get away pretty much scot-free.
And with that, that's going to be all their ultimates back up online now. So Lasso off cooldown, Rolling Thunder about to be off cooldown. Dragonform almost ready to.
On Lion as well. Oof. Hold on.
Kind of a late Roshan also.
So the finger is dealing 1100 magic damage now.
Whew.
enough to burst anyone. And I mean, you can see how many spells does Lion have to be able to pop a Blink Kiss, right? Blink in, Mana Drain, Hex, Earth Spike, Finger of Death, dead. Like, it really doesn't feel like I see why it's necessary, but I feel like the answer is just going to be playing around each other a lot more than they have been. Look at the lane, it's pushing in on bottom side. This move is really obvious.
Do they have vision? Rolling Thunder coming in. It's scouted out the clock. Clock in trouble. It's got the cogs. Meanwhile, there, Wonderboy at the other side of the lines here, actually finding the Batrider. Batrider gone. He had himself lasso, wasn't able to use it. It's a 1-for-1 here at the moment. JG able to move himself back, even with the damage from Jackie. Protected here by the Glimmer. Oh, Kishka. Oh, that's too much damage for him to handle. 2-for-1 now. They want to pursue, try and find more. Jackie here. He's got himself the Silver Edge, but yeah, as you say, JG, he runs himself back here. 471 movement speed here on the Bristle.
They're in two minds as to, do we do Roshan? Do we just keep pushing? I'm sure there's about 50 different people talking in a 5-man Discord call right now on the Boom side. They want to try and close this one out.
Wonderboy.
Nope.
Oh, didn't get the Dragon Tail there. Was utilized when he was going through the Remnant. However, they got themselves an Earth Spike there. That's enough to take down the Ember. Ember down for 80. This may look to be game. A possibility.
Even JG's just trying to say, look at me, but...
Oh, they got the break there. 2 onto the Bristle. That is Bristle dead. Buyback is available. They're going to go for Castaway now, and FBZ gets himself a wicked sick. That is the clock dead. There's the Rolling Thunder and the lasso there onto the Weaver. No buyback available for him either. As it's only Bristle and the Hoodwink that can do anything. Never mind the Bristle instantaneously dying. Through that buyback.
Celebratory Meteor Hammer as well inside of the fountain by FBZ with another really solid performance on his Timbersaw. 9, 3, and 12 coming through from him. I gotta say, for me,